New figures show South Australians appear to be ditching public transport in favour of their cars. After years of growth, patronage has slumped dramatically.
There may be fewer passengers on Adelaide's buses and trains, but there's no shortage of views on what they think is wrong with the system.
Slow, packed.
If they improved the reliability, there'd be more people wanting to catch it.
What you need is faster buses and trains.
Year on year, public transport use has been rising, but the latest figures show a drop of nearly 2.5 million trips. The government says it's largely to do with cheaper petrol and the closure of the Gawler and Noarlunga rail lines, which are being upgraded.
It's a huge investment and we expect to get the long-term outcomes, we expect to take a little pain while we're rebuilding.
The only growth recorded was on the city's much-loved trams.
So this might just be a blip. Now, having said that, if it's bad next year, if we lose another 3 million or whatever the figure is next year, well, then you've got a problem.
The first AFL match at the Adelaide Oval put the system through its paces yesterday, and the government says all went smoothly. The Transport Department is now hatching plans to make sure it stays that way when football comes to the city in 2014.
Extra services put on and would be trying to take greater advantage of trams, trains and the buses on normal routes.
The crowd would be much bigger, and the government wants 70% of footy fans to be using public transport. It's a figure one expert says is unrealistic.
70% is a very high target. I'd like to think that if they could get, of a 50,000 crowd, if they could get half of them there on public transport, they'd be doing pretty well.
He wants to see broader improvements across the network to keep the passengers coming back. Jason Om, ABC News, Adelaide.